Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with yet another Cataclysm card review, and we have Druid cards, we have Rogue cards, we have the most ridiculous Dragon Legendary ever. It is just crazy. No idea if it'll be any good, but it's ridiculous, as well as the new Colossal for Rogue. It's a Burgle one? That's really cool. You won't be able to Shadow Step it though, because, well, Shadow Step's rotating and I'm still beaming about all of that. I'm actually counting it down on Twitter. And also, these were all revealed by like the big creator reveals over on Twitch and YouTube. Make sure you check those out when they go live, because there are drops for like one pack for each of them, and I will be doing my own reveal next week, so you guys will have to check that out. But regardless, you also want to win cards from this expansion for free. We're giving away 2 regular pre-orders and 2 mega bundles out of my pocket to enter the giveaway. Like and comment in the video, leave down the description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until that rewards track refresh goes live, I will add another mega bundle, so hit that sub button, make me go Baroque. So let's start off with Druid, where we were wondering, are they gonna get ramp? Are they gonna get a ramp replacement, since they currently have nothing, right? Nothing in the core set, nothing from the prior expansions that'll still be in standard. Well, they'll be getting the Fellwood Treant, which was actually leaked by that pesky Regis Kilbit on their stream. That was pretty funny. But regardless, we'll review it now. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with a Battle Cry, gain a temporary mana crystal. If you spent 4 mana while holding this, it's permanent. So if you don't have the permanent thing, you get like what, 1 extra mana that turn you can use after you play this. That's not great. But yeah, if I've spent 4 mana, I play this, it's effectively a wild growth, or I guess you could play it. It doesn't say empty mana crystal, it's just a mana crystal. So it's actually a little bit better than wild growth, that you play it, you gain that mana, you'll be permanent, and you can also utilize it that turn. The thing is, I gotta be holding this card and then spend 4 mana while doing that. That shouldn't be too hard. Once you draw this card, you play 1 4-mana card, you play an Elise. That card's still pretty good, although she's supposed to get nerfed. Regardless, it's active, right? So it's certainly not as good on curve as a wild growth, which is one of the most broken cards ever. It's still super good, one of the best ramp cards ever, right? But this can go online by turn 3, right? Turn, like, you know, on 1 you play a 1, on 2 you play a 2, and then on 3 you play a 1, and then this is good to go, right? So you could do this on 3. Realistically, you're probably looking at like turns 4 and 5, which makes it worse. Like, it's not incredible, but it's still ramp, plus it's a body, plus it's a treant. Maybe that treant stuff works out. It's a solid card. It ramps. Almost every single ramp card in Hearthstone history has seen some level of play. Almost every single one. There are the exceptions, but this, to me, it's pretty good. It's got a minor drawback where I gotta spend 4 mana while holding it. It can be a bad top deck later, I guess. You don't get like excess mana later on or anything like that. I don't know if you could go above 10 mana. I don't think so. But regardless, unless you have like Ysera or whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5 in standard. I think this is playing some Druid decks. I don't think it's like the craziest ramp card, but we all know VC play, and this one likely will. In wild, maybe the Treant Druids, because like Treant Druids actually a good deck, but that one just wants to cheat ability mana, buff the board. I don't think it cares about, you know, playing a Treant that'll ramp and get some other Treant stuff going. So I'll give it a 2 for wild, but it's something you might want to consider. Next, we have some dragon stuff for Druid with the Brood Watcher, a 4 mana 3/5 minion, so that's whatever. Battle Cry, you get 2 3/3 whelps with taunt. So get means they're added to your hand. They're not summoned. If you spent 8 mana while holding this, summon them. So this can be a 4. Did I say 3/5? It's a 4/5. I don't know how I saw a 3/5. I'm leaving that in. I'm not editing it out. It's got Yeti stats. It's Zeddy approved. Regardless, yeah, so if you spend 8 mana, you get a 4 mana 4/5, and you get 2 3/3 whelps with taunt. So that's pretty good. If you can actively do this on curve, it's going to be pretty difficult, right? You got to spend 8 mana while you're holding this. So turn 1, I spent 1 mana. Turn 2, I spent 2 mana. Turn 3, I've spent 3. That's 6 mana. Not the easiest thing to get out without some shenanigans with like Innervate, maybe that whelp. So you're looking more at like turn 5 if this was in your opening hand. But again, you got to be holding these cards. That's definitely a drawback, and you can't really afford in today's Hearthstone to just play a 4-mana 4/5 Yeti. Even if I want to be bumping Yetis, you do get the value no matter what with the taunts, right? You can add them to your hand, certainly. So no matter what, you're gonna get something, but that's not particularly great. You need to consistently summon those dragons. Not sure if it'll be consistent enough. I'm leaning more towards a 2 out of 5 in standard on this, but it could work out. It's just, you really got a mulligan for this card, right? Because 8 mana is a significant investment rather than the 4 on the other one. That's relatively quick to get done. This one, not so much. So I'm gonna go 2 out of 5 in standard. Obviously in wild, like, I just don't care. It's too slow. Although you have like Desert Nest Matron, I think it's called. You can go like Nest Matron, Brood Watcher, right? You do have cards like that there, but still, Dragon Druid's not really a thing in competitive wild, so I will give it a 1. But hey, maybe I want to play the craziest freaking card I've seen in a while in Merithra of the Dream, an 8 mana 4/12 dragon. So Ysera stats for 1 less mana with Battle Cry. Fill your hand with random dragons. If you spent 25 mana while holding this, they cost 1. So you can get, theoretically, if you're, full hand, 10 1-mana random dragons, or if you've increased your hand size in wild with like audio amplifier, you could get 1 bonus one, right? So that's crazy. But again, this is like a huge drawback to this card. If you don't have this early, it's not going to be active, right? And it's not really a card. Do I want a mulligan for this? I have basically a dead card until way later in the game. I got to empty my hand and then get a bunch of dragons and hope they do some good stuff. Dragons are pretty badass. Dragons are typically pretty good. If you get a bunch of them, you might be able to do some pretty crazy shenanigans. But at the end of the day, 25 mana is a lot. That is a lot. And I don't know how consistent this is. Obviously, the effect is insane. That is why the requirement on this card is also insane. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I don't know if this will be a super competitive card. I kind of hope not, because this is the type of card that's not really super fun to face if it's super competitive. But yes, there's not really a way to get around the shenanigans of having a mana cheat. You got to spend the 25 mana to get to this guy or gal or whatever. I'm going to give it a 2. It's amazing in terms of flavor and all that. I just don't see it as being like super competitive. And in wild, you could just go Aviana and then refresh and play Merithra and just get them for 1 anyways. I don't even need to spend the mana, but you rather just nuke your opponent or kill them. So in wild, it'll also get it'll get a 1, but overall, and also the pool of dragons are just way larger and you can get so much trash. But it's a really cool card and I think people will enjoy it. I just don't know the competitive validity of it. Next we have Rogue, and let's just start right out because we got to talk about Herald cards and all that. The Rogue Colossal, which yes, can be upgraded. They are one of the Herald classes, meaning if they've Herald, they'll improve not only Deathwing, the hero card, they will upgrade Sinestra's extension. So we have Sinestra, a 6 mana 5/5 dragon, which hey, we could get for 1 mana in the Druid thing, right? These can be created by, you just can't evolve or randomly summon these type of minions. Anyways, it's Colossal +2. Your spells from other classes cast twice. So that's pretty bad if I don't have some cheap spells to go with it. Thankfully, the Blizzard devs have thought about that and have made Sinestra's Wing, where when summoned, you get a random spell from another class. It costs 1 less. So when you herald twice, then it'll cost 2 less. When you herald 4 times, it will cost 4 less. So 1, 2, and 4. It will cost less, and you'll get double stats on the wings, right? There'll be 1 1s, 2 2s, and 4 4s. So yeah, you would be able to shadow step this and replay it and get those spells for cheap and be able to cast them twice. So it's purely random. This is purely random. You have no idea what you're going to be getting, but as a Herald class, you're going to be getting random spells as you go along, right? Every time you Herald, you're going to get a soldier or whatever, and you're going to get more and more Burgle value. value. So I guess this is maybe a reason why Tess had to go, because Tess would have been pretty nuts with this baby. But yeah, that's a pretty crazy thing. And then yeah, when it's on board with Sinestra, it could be a ton of card draw. It could be a ton of mana cheat. It could be like value. It could be minion summoning, damage. You never know. And this is going to be a super fun card to play. Like this is a super fun, a Burgle, Herald, Invoke, Rogue archetype. I think a lot of people will love this. In terms of like competitive validity, I have no idea. I don't think it's like Krabatoa, which is just insane tempo colossal that was like auto include in like every rogue deck until it rotated. This isn't that at all. This is a value bomb that could lead to like crazy tempo, could lead to crazy damage or whatever, or could just give you a bunch of crap that's useless. But again, you're going to be heralding as you go along, getting more and more random. And I guess it doesn't really work with your imbue hero power because those are minions and not spells. But for the flavor value and the possible mana cheat and value that the card creates, I don't think it's the most OP of these Herald Colossals, but I think the fun value on it is pretty OP. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in standard. I don't know, maybe it's a 4. I don't think it's quite like a 5 or anything like that, but I could see this being a meta card. I could see like Imbue Colossal Rogue be one of the most ridiculously stupid fun decks ever. Just will it be any good? We'll have to wait and see, but we'll give it a 3 in standard and a wild where the spell pool, we can't play these cards in wild competitively. I rate on a competitive level, not a fun level. So yeah, in wild it gets a 1, but I think it's a really cool card. And well, how do we herald this? What can we do to herald this? First, we have the Maniacal Follower. Does he have a maniacal laugh? It is a 3 mana 3/1 stealth minion, just like the 1 mana card that got added to the core set. You have to spend 2 more mana for a 3/1 with stealth, but you also get Death Rattle, Herald, Sinestra. So you don't get the soldier immediately with this card. It needs to die, then it heralds, then you get the token, then you get the spell or the soldier, whatever. There's maybe possible Death Rattle synergies you can do to abuse this, getting multiple Death Rattle procs so you can herald a little bit quicker. But I just think any Herald card for any of the Herald classes, you need to play them all. There's just not a lot of them, and this is fine. It's not amazing. I feel like this would be a lot better at 2 mana, for example, but yeah, at 3, I'll give it a 3. Very optimistic. Again, I'm not like saying this archetype is going to be super competitive, but I think it has a chance and you're going to want to play this. And ironically, this wouldn't have been good with Shadow Step because it's Death Rattle. I feel like maybe they designed it before they decided to rotate Shadow Step and they'll buff it later to be a battle cry. Who knows, right? And then we also have the Rite of Twilight, another shadow spell for Rogue, making that horrible Kindred card slightly more playable, where it's 2 mana, you herald Sinestra. So again, you will just get that random spell with it. You'll get the token, either a 1/1, a 2/2, 4/4, whatever, and then combo deal 3 damage, and that can go face. So this could be a bit of a burn card. But you have to combo it to get the damage. No matter what, you'll herald, and obviously this is 0 mana with prep, which is not rotating, which is pretty darn good. I don't know if I think Foxy Fraud stays, and you could combo it with this, so that also works out pretty well. And again, same argument as all the other Herald cards. You got to play them all. This one's fine, and this could even see some play elsewhere because it's burn. Burn is always valuable for like any class, especially Rogue, where they have prep and other things they can utilize with it. Probably the better of the cards. I'll give it a 4. I'll actually rate this higher than the Colossal just because you might play it for the burn aspect of it now that Eviscerate's rotated, right? So I'll give it a 4 out of 5 in standard, a 2 in wild, where again I think it's too slow, but it's burn, so you never know. But yes, that is some ways to herald our cards. And we also have another spell that kind of goes in line with the Burgle style of thing with Rogue, another shadow spell, Stolen Power. It's 3 mana, get a random shatter card from another class. It's already combined, so the whole shatter mechanic, we don't know all the shatter cards yet, but this will just get you one at complete random, but you don't have to, it doesn't go to left and right side. You get the combined effect of it, and you can prep this, of course. It can be 1 mana, and we really don't know a lot about a lot of the shatter cards so far. Combined, they seem really good, and again, if you combine it with your Colossal, you'll be able to get double the effect from that shatter effect. Typically these cards haven't been that great. We have like the one that gives you a random, but you have to combo it for it to costless, but get like a random mask. Although masks are a completely different style of cards when you don't reliably get what you want, and maybe it doesn't really work that well with your deck. Who knows? Probably doesn't quite slot in. I feel like if you're playing this Burgle style, you're going either like Imbue plus Colossal or just straight Colossal and Heralding. I don't know if you really want to throw in the Stolen Power to try and utilize other synergies and all that. So again, I'll give it 2 out of 5 in Standard, 1 in Wild, where value is just does not matter like almost at all, unless the Shatter cards are just insane, right? Maybe we'll see more later, and they're just so good that everyone you hit, you just want to play because they're always combined. But I have a feeling that it probably won't be consistent enough to be a real meta player. And I think that is it. I think that is all the cards that have been revealed today. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the cards in the comments down below. I'm in love with this expansion. I just think it's super fun. I think the power level has been there for the most part, but the flavor has been off the charts, and I cannot wait to play Imbue Colossal Rogue without Shadow Step. It's going to be great. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.